So let's look at configuring the Apache web server. The Apache HTTP server must be installed and configured on all nodes in the assigned failover domain if used or in the cluster. The basic server configuration must be the same on all nodes on which it runs for the service to fail over correctly. The following example shows a basic Apache HTTP server installation that includes no third-party modules or performance tuning. So to configure the Apache HTTP server as a cluster service, perform the following tasks. First, edit the etc httpd conf httpd.conf configuration file and customize the file according to your configuration. So for example, we can specify the directory that contains the HTML files. We also specify the mountain point when adding the service to the cluster configuration. It is only required to change this field if the mountain point for the website's content differs from the default settings of var www html. Guys, I'm not going to show this on our VirtualBox right now just because we're not going to actually set up any type of web server or any websites or anything like that. Just kind of go through this and we're just going to kind of understand what's going on, okay? So after that, we could specify a unique IP address to which the server will listen for requests. And if the script directory resides in a non-standard location, specify the directory that contains the CGI programs. Lastly, we can specify the path that was used in the previous step and set the access permissions to default to that directory. The standard Apache HTTP server start script, which is etc rc.d and init.d httpd is also used within the cluster framework to start and stop the Apache HTTP server on the active cluster node. Accordingly, when configuring the service, specify the script by adding it as a script resource in the cluster configuration tool. So we can copy the configuration file over to other nodes of the cluster or nodes of the failover domain if configured. Guys, if you're going to want to be able to see all these files, you're going to have to install HTTPD on your system. And to do that, we would just do a yum install HTTPD, okay?